This your boy Kool on another episode of Father in the Future podcast. And we got a special guest, my guy, Mr. Birch.
100%, man.
100%.
Definitely my guy, man. I appreciate you having me on.
For sure. So, we're going to definitely dig in to your lifestyle. You do a lot of amazing things that the world need to know about. And, how to get in situations to deal with you. Everybody trying to deal with you. You already know that part.
Correct.
So, first question I got for you, my guy, is for the people. Tell them your story of who is Mr. Birch. Who is Birch?
So, just a little bit about me. Growing up, I obviously came from a single-parent home. I always had the old girl. She definitely raised me right. Ended up going to college, playing college football.
Okay.
Was her first kid to go to college.
To
play Division I football at Ball State University. Balled out there. Was blessed to get inducted to the Hall of Fame in 2019 up there at Ball State University. So shout out to them Cardinals. Chirp, chirp, One of the most beautiful things about that opportunity and situation was like my kids had an opportunity to see me, get inducted. My old girl got a chance to see me get inducted. And obviously at the time, my wife had a chance to see me get inducted. You know what I mean? So that was a beautiful thing and feeling. You know what I mean?
Sure.
To kind of leave a legacy, for my babies. And then it played some arena ball, bounced around, went to rookie mini camp with a couple teams, and I got into football. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do in life, right? So I remember being a teacher.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, I was a teacher at one point, trying to figure it out because growing up, our football coaches were teachers.
Yeah.
They worked in the building, Shout out to Coach Bidwell. Robbie Bidwell was a mentor of mine when I was coming up, and I watched him, you know what I mean, do some amazing things, and it prompted me to want to do the same thing.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? And then once I figured out I didn't have to be a teacher, because I didn't like the four walls.
Right.
That wasn't my thing.
Right.
Then I ended up becoming a facilities maintenance coordinator, bro. Oh, yeah. So I worked on schools.
Tried everything.
Yeah, I did everything. I was trying to find, my lane, my why, like what was my purpose?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Yeah, niche, right? So I did facilities. I oversaw contracts, dealt with different vendors and stuff at the different charter schools at the time. And then I was like, you know what? I had a guy that was older than me, but I was his boss.
Gotcha.
And I asked him one day, I was like, hey, man, what is it that you want to do? And he told me, no disrespect, like I want your job. And I say, you can have it.
Okay.
So
Gave it up.
I actually gave him a letter of recommendation. He ended up taking the job. I think he's still there. And then I'm like, you know what? I got to figure out what this sports life is like. So created Birch Sports Performance where, I train athletes. And then it transitioned to 7-on-7.
Oh, yeah.
I had some of the top players in the Jacksonville area. This was before the national thing where, guys traveling, playing with other teams.
The world, right, yeah.
But we had some of the best local guys to play on my team and come through my network, like DeMario Douglas with the New England Patriots now, Terrell Jennings with the New England Patriots, Kenny Logan, he's playing with Edmonton right now, Carson Beck, Jeremiah Payton, Antonio Claire, like, man, the list is long. You know what I mean?
Loaded.
We was loaded. Pat Bryant, that's with the Broncos now. This is his rookie year.
Yeah.
So he played for me as well. And then I stumbled into this Under Armour thing, right? And it was stumble, right? So when I was working out and trying to chase that dream, I met a guy named Francisco Lujan, cool dude. And he was big into camps, and he was building this thing called Euro Stopwatch.
Okay.
Once I was intrigued by it, right? So then he called me one day and was like, hey, I want you to shadow me so I can teach you, the technology part of running combines, football camps, basketball, and all that other stuff, right? All sports. So I'm like, cool. In my mind, I'm like, why me? Why me? So he ended up taking me under his wing, man, and showing me, how this stuff works, how to create, camp plans and the blueprints and all of this stuff, right? So I'm like, oh, man, that's pretty cool, right? So in 2014, when Under Armour was with Rivals at IMG, we had a camp. And that was the first one I ever did. And ever since then, like I took over, with Under Armour. So I'm the combine director for Under Armour, all of their camp series, FBU camp series, the director of the 8th grade All-American game, which we'll hop into that too.
For sure.
And football is life for me. You know what I mean? And I won't change for nothing in the world.
That's beautiful. Man.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. A lot of people don't know that you that you coaching at IMG either, though.
Yeah, no, they don't. You know, that first year was kind of under wraps. You know what I mean? Because I didn't make an announcement. I didn't really say, you know, what I was doing. I just wanted to test it out and, you know what I mean, get my feet wet. Because, you know, jumping at IMG, man, that ain't, you know, that's nothing small, right? So once I figured out the lay of the land, how it all works, and my place, right? Because you got to have a place,
find your place, you know, in every situation.
Yeah, in every situation. So I found my place, and once I did, man, I made the announcement. And man, it went crazy. You know what I mean? Assistant DB coach for the national team. Obviously, you know, went 9-0. Shout out to our groups. You know what I mean?
Hold on. Now, I did hear y'all was scared of St. Francis.
We was not scared of St. Francis. That's not what happened.
Okay.
And that's, they didn't tell the full truth.
So what happened? Yeah, you gonna tell us now? What happened?
So basically, it was a deal. I don't want to, you know, throw.
Don't fuck yourself up. Now,
No, I won't. But I don't want to throw. You know what I mean? The whole. I don't want to throw anybody under the bus.
Yeah, got you.
However, we was presented an opportunity to play in a national championship high school playoff.
Right.
Obviously, I felt like it was a year away. You know what I mean? It was kind of, you know what I mean, rushed, to be honest.
For sure.
And they end up, you know, following us around and following other teams around, you know, and the plan was for us to play November 7th.
Okay.
Well, once the national championship talk started, right, it got pushed back to December. Gotcha. But it wasn't a date at the time. Okay. It was just like one of those things where they were trying to figure it out.
You're going to figure it out.
Correct. See who pick it up, you know, how it all goes. Like, you know, you got to get the title sponsors and all of this stuff. That. Yeah, get it all. The business side. The business side, right? So, cool. Well, once they was like, all right, we're going to do December 12th. I'm like, yo, that's going to be kind of late, right? One, you got to know when early signing day is. You got kids that's going to sign NIL deals.
Man, gone.
It's over with, right?
Over with.
So, and you got to look at it, right? So it's a business.
Right.
Parents are involved. So they don't want little Johnny to get hurt when he just signed a 6-figure deal.
They ain't playing about that.
No, not at all, right?
Playing about that.
So when it was presented, I'm like, yo, like, you do know early signing day is the week before that, and then you're going to miss out on a lot of kids. Because they're not going to choose to play in the national championship. They're kids at the end of the day, right?
For sure.
Do they love football? Yes. So we're not going to say they don't love football. However, it's business now when it comes to the high school and college football. I know
kids right now sitting down because they have $500K waiting on them. No.
Because they're the reason, right?
No. Yeah, right.
So with that, they try to move it up 2 days to December 10th. Still out the signing day.
Sure.
Okay. So obviously, you know, calling me and have a conversation with our kids. Exactly. What the kids gonna say? Nah.
You straight.
We straight. However, if we can play before Thanksgiving, we willing to play.
They ain't willing.
I'm gonna say they wasn't willing to move that date.
Right. So they had a plan basically.
Correct. Right. So then it looks like we were scared or we chickened out or however they want to put
nobody wanted to compromise, honestly.
Correct. So nobody wanted to compromise. Everybody had their own values of what they seen that they valued at the time, right? So it was like, hey, if it doesn't work for you, well, can we move it here? Oh, that doesn't work for us. Okay. And it was that type of thing.
Gotcha,
and then eventually it was like, you know what? Yeah, is that a standstill? You just pull the plug. Because now, think about it though, right? Who goes 6 weeks without playing the game to play a national championship game?
No.
That's the other thing, right?
So rusty, all that shit coming.
Our last game was November 1st. 2nd. No, November 1st. And you're saying we're not playing until December 12th? That's 6 weeks. No. You know what I mean? Like, think about that. Like, there's nobody humanly possible. And the type of sport we play, we play a very, you know what I mean, tough and physical sport.
It's a warrior sport.
It's a warrior sport, right? So with that being said, like, who's gonna go 6 weeks without playing? Like,
it don't make sense.
Doesn't make sense. They don't even do that in college. Right? Bowl games. Sense. They may go, you know what I mean, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, possibly. And that's pushing it. So it's like, yo, it's a lot of different things that came and played into that. And it was like the safety of the kids. And they're like, oh, well, no, that's not safety. In reality, it is.
Yeah. 6 weeks, no playing?
6 weeks, no playing. You just practicing.
That shit don't make sense.
Think about how many kids gonna check out of that, though. Oh, man, I'm doing the same thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Oh, man, I'm just
nothing
practicing.
To look forward to.
It ain't nothing to look forward to. December 12th, too far away.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So
yeah. Did it. Makes sense.
Yeah. So that's what it is. You know what I mean? It's a lot to that.
It's done. It's over with.
Correct.
That's what happened.
Correct. 100%.
So at IMG, what do you feel like, what culture about IMG separate them from public schools? A lot of people don't know nothing about IMG. Just hear it's a big name school and it costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
So what do you feel like separate them from public schools?
One, the brotherhood.
Okay.
You know, that's one of the things that we preach through program-wide.
Mm-hmm.
And those guys got each other back. You know, they push each other.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the other thing is the college readiness that it gets you ready for.
Yeah, I feel
right?
like I got that.
From programming to sport delivery to nutritionists to APD. You know what I mean? Like it's a machine. And it's really geared towards athletes. So, and this is what I tell guys. I had a conversation with one of my buddies that coach at Mandarin. And he was like, Birch, you said one of the realest things. And what I said to him was, y'all can have 100 kids in y'all program, and we only got 50. But we got 50 kids that want to play football and want to go off to play football. Y'all may have 10. Y'all may have 20.
Okay.
That's how I'm saying? And that's how it be.
That's how it be.
And it's like, and he was like, that was some of the realest. I said, so in order to build a public school, and I'm giving y'all the game right now at public school, right? Find those kids that you know for sure that want to play.
Yeah, the Warriors.
The Warriors, right? Build your team off of those guys, and I promise you'll have a national roster.
Fighting for each other type kids.
You're fighting for each other type
Some
kids.
Just out there. This is my last time playing football. I'm just out here to be having fun.
I'm just out here to have fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's not what they love. They just there for the, you know what I mean, for the enjoyment at the time.
Aesthetics of it.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that's what I was saying. Like at IMG, man, like it's a machine.
Mm-hmm.
It gets you ready. Like that's why we have so many kids that's playing professional ball. So many kids that's at the Division I level.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all got it so structured to the point. I knew kids who never started and had offers.
Yeah.
No,
100%. I mean,
like, this kid never started and had offers. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's how it goes. But think about this though, right? Our practices is just as intense and as a game.
Or maybe better.
Because we got guys that's going. That's why we so ready. Like, we're not going to go play a game. We're not winning by 21 plus points just because.
Right.
Practice is more competitive. It's more competitive in practice. And when you go to games, to them, it's just like, oh man, I don't win against Eric.
Went against 5 stars all week. Yeah,
Sonny, I've been running with Sonny all week. You know what I mean? So it's a mentality, and that's what separates, you know, what we have at IMG versus just a regular public school.
At what point did you realize player development was your thing, like coaching was your thing?
When I created Birch Sports Performance.
Yeah.
I felt like that was something that was missing.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of guys that go out there and say they do it.
Right,
you know what I mean? We
sure.
all know that, right? But to really like hone in on kids' skill set, sharpening them, giving them tools for their toolbox, it was around that time. And I was able to see the fruits of my labor of seeing these guys excel at the collegiate level, and some of those guys that's playing pro right now. So player development, I think, was always in me. It was just figuring out my lane.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
How to navigate it.
Yeah, how to navigate through it and then start, like, you know what I mean, seeing kids before they knew what they were.
That's another question. How do you identify the it? Like when you see somebody, how do you identify, like, this motherfucker got something? How do you identify it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
How they finish, how they attack the game. You know, because you got some kids that's passive. It's just what it is.
For sure.
You got some kids that they're just out there to be out there and just running, right?
Just going,
right? Because they're told, you know, oh well, run outside. You're just gonna run outside and you run to the sideline. Like, nah, that ain't it, right? Just being real, right?
So they're just doing it.
They're
going through the motions.
Just going through the motions. But the kids that have it, and I'm not saying I'm 100%, but damn it, I'm 99.9%
for sure
hitting. You know what I mean? When it comes to those kids that have that it, you know what I mean? And it just how they attack the game, man. Like just watching them, right? How, you know, let's use a running back, right? Is he raising his knees? You know what I mean? Is he cutting? You know what I mean? Is he jump cutting? Is he, you know, running downhill, or is he just running to the sideline?
Yeah, just running, yeah.
You know what I mean? What vision is he showing? He don't have to have all the attributes, but those small things you can see, because he still got to grow and develop.
Right.
But once you start seeing those things, you're like, oh man, yeah, that kid, he gonna be special.
What goes into y'all selection when it comes to getting kids for IMG? What go into that?
Well, honestly, and I know a lot of people probably don't believe this or want to hear this, a lot of kids reach out to us,
okay,
you know, about having interest in IMG, right? Then they go through evaluation stage.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Where we're evaluating their film to see if they're fit. You know what I mean? Like see if they can fit out. Because we have a system. You know what I mean? If you can fit our system. You know what I mean? Because it's a million players out there.
Too many, right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But what goes in there, we see if they can fit our system. Can they fit the culture of what we're building and what we're doing? The type of kids we already have. We got some dudes
guys,
sure. They're gonna rip you. You know what I mean? Like, can you take that?
And you withstand what you're finna go through.
Correct.
It's a gauntlet. Right.
It's a gauntlet.
Right.
And if you can't, this might not be the place for you. Not saying that you're not a great player or a really good football player, but this is not the place for you.
You're the guy amongst them, not the guys amongst guys.
100%.
That's a whole different ballpark.
And that's what's different about us. You know what I mean? We got them. You know what I mean? And so we go through an evaluation stage and see who we like, why we like them. We'll put them on the board. And then let's say if me and you both are coaching DBs, right? And we get 5 kids. Well, you talk about the 5 that you like. I talk about the 5 I like. And then we'll come together and say, okay, well,
I like these ones.
Yeah, we like this more because, I see what you're saying and vice versa. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
What you think the hardest part about developing elite athletes? I think anybody can pretty much help a kid who ain't too much or nothing.
Correct.
But developing a kid who has that it factor, what goes into that? I think it's a whole different ballpark.
It is. So for a kid that's already elite, right, you have to hone in on like the skill set, the small things. You got to preach the small things because athletically they already gifted. They light years ahead of the kids that they're already going against. That's why they already elite, right? Sure. So those things you got to teach them more so mindset. Making sure like the small things like finishing. Like small things like, okay, don't have your foot on the line. It's those type of things because to them it's like it's small, but then eventually it start clicking and like, oh, this is why they was teaching me.
A lot of people don't coach them kids too. That's what it is.
This is true.
They be like, you just go do your thing. We behind you. Like they don't even be coaching them, right? For sure.
So it's a lot of kids that are elite that guys are afraid to actually coach because they don't want to make them mad or make them feel away.
Yeah, for sure.
Me, I don't give a damn. Hey, listen, man. Come on back over here. Yeah, I don't like your body posture sucks. Let's fix this.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? You breaking off the wrong foot. Yeah, you still got down there, but that's the wrong foot. That ain't how that works.
That won't work against another elite kid.
Correct.
For sure.
So it's really teaching those small things, like stand on those small things and then giving them like little small tools for their toolbox. You know what I mean? Because all of them can do it.
Right.
That's why they're elite.
Right. Sure.
But how do you stay elite? How do you become more elite? And it's just like NFL. What they do, they still work on the small things.
Yep.
They're not changing. Football doesn't change, but it's consistency.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
It really gets to a point where everybody becomes as equally as good as you.
Correct.
So you got to keep grooming yourself and keep
100%.
Going, you know?
And it's the mentality that changes, right? So like great players become great because they become students of the game.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they're studying their opponent. They're studying what they did wrong or what they feel like they could have did better.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So that's definitely, you know what I mean, part of it as well.
I got another question. So what do you think the biggest mistake parents make when it comes to all this? Because right now we know it's crazy with the NIL playing a part. My son's ready now. Like, you know, a lot of emotions are going into that bullshit.
But that's the problem. Like parents are in the way. You know what I mean? Because looking at everybody think their kid is the best player in the country. You're supposed to. That's your baby. You birthed them.
No, I ain't gonna lie.
You had them. Well, it's just reality. 98% of the world.
Let's do that.
98% of the world. They feel like their kid is the best. I mean, you wanted the exception.
I can't put no bad product out there and be like, oh, that shit good, and then it's not. I feel horrible.
Correct.
Yeah.
I'm the same way.
I feel played. Yeah.
I'm the same way about mine. You know what I mean? That's why I be, we ain't doing that, big dog. We got to get you right. But it's more so the parents, right? And when I say that, like they get in the way because they want little Johnny to have it now.
Right.
They're not waiting.
Instant gratification.
Instant gratification. Yeah. It's 1,000 young kids out here, and just because he the best 7U kid right now, when he get 10U, let's see if he's still topic of discussion.
Keep developing.
Right? So I just think parents need to go back to parenting. You know what I mean? No disrespect to none of y'all, but go back to parenting. Like be there for your shorty to help guide them through life because they can be gone at any time.
For sure.
Because then once, let's say they don't pan out, then what? Can't hang your hat on 8U no more.
Yep.
Shit, he 13.
Over with.
It's over with. So now what?
Now you just a shitty parent.
You just a shitty parent. You know what I mean? Cody Paul. That's a prime example.
I talked to him personally
Cody Paul.
I talked to him personally. I asked him what happened. He said it was girls and grades.
Yeah,
He said he got fucked up about them girls and his grades was bad to where he went to a small ass school, and that's why he never became the person. He never got the spotlight. No, right now media is crazy.
It's crazy.
He had it crazy back then, but they say he never can get the spotlight because he ended up going to like a D2, D3. And then being undersized on top of that, he said he just lost. He a teacher now. He'll teach.
Oh yeah,
he teach.
See, that's a prime example though.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Cody
It's
Paul.
just what it is.
Yep, and that's back to lack of parenting.
Lack of parenting.
Grades and girls is parent part.
That's it.
That's parent part.
But that's what I mean. That's why I say parents got to stay parenting.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
But that part still need to be handled.
It still needs to be handled because they lose sight. Because, man, listen, and I know it's younger kids that talk crazy to their parents.
Oh, for sure.
And their parents don't even check them.
Oh, for sure.
But they'll check a coach.
Yeah.
By not playing Lil Johnny.
Checking the wrong.
Or pull Lil Johnny out the game because Lil Johnny ain't doing right. Why you pulling my baby out? Right? But Lil Johnny telling you, man, I'm ready to go. And looking at you like, oh, I said I'm ready to go. And you just walk with him. Like, come on, man.
They banking on them.
Oh, yeah, that's the problem.
That's what it is.
And then they lose sight of it. Once they get older, they don't pan out. Lil Johnny's still going to be the same way because you let him do that. And it's too late.
Those habits became his characteristics.
Correct.
Man. So now he's just a shitty individual.
He's a shitty individual. And then that's when it comes to,
mental health, all the
Yep.
bullshit and blaming everybody.
Blaming everybody. Nothing is ever their fault because they wasn't taught.
Yep. That's lack of parenting.
100%. It goes back to it.
Damn.
Parents, stay parenting, man. I'm telling you. Then how young or old you are, like, stay parenting.
Yeah, I ain't gonna never leave the parenting part alone.
You can't.
Yeah. See, another thing is too, like, if you trust the coach, you gotta let the coach coach.
You gotta
A
let
lot of
them
them say they trust the coach, but then try to coach.
Yep.
You don't trust the coach.
You don't trust the coach.
You don't trust the coach. So in that case, you gotta put your child in a position to where you trust the coach.
100%.
So you can be a parent.
So you can be a parent. So you can sit back and watch and be like, you know what? And then you and your baby can be on the ride home, and maybe that's something y'all talk about. You know what I mean? And that's something that I do. So with my sons, I always talk to them about the game and how they felt like they did. You know what I mean?
Mental check, yeah.
Yeah, just, hey, what you thought, how do you feel like you did? You don't want to hear me right now. I want to know how you feel, and we'll talk about, you know what I mean, my point of view later.
Right. I ain't gonna lie, we go through that. I go through that with Blaze so heavy. Yeah. Like we talk about it. With me being like a videographer for him, I can see every mistake he makes.
Yeah.
So you know me, we pull out that game film, we gonna see what's going on. So yeah, I'm big on the parent. I do the training and stuff, but the coaching ain't no stupid thing. I know if I don't know that shit, hey man, talk to him. He know that shit. No, I don't know it like that. So
correct, and that's the other part too. Like we got to know what we're great at and when we need to be able to bring in some help.
Right.
You know what I mean?
See, a lot of people got pride issues.
Correct.
Pride and ego will not allow parents to step back on a lot of situations.
Yep.
So then they don't want nobody to be like, oh, I helped them. So you're like, bitch, everybody needs help. It takes a fucking village.
It takes a village, man.
Literally.
That's true.
All right. So a lot of people just be in the way. So another thing though, so what you doing, IMG, you doing Under Armour, how do you stay grounded juggling all this shit?
Just staying laser focused, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? On the end goal. The end goal is making sure these younger athletes have every possibility, avenue to get where they're trying to go, right? And being organized is the biggest thing. You can slap something together and just throw it out there, and it can turn to be shit.
Bullshit.
You know what I
Straight
mean?
Bullshit. Right.
So one thing I will say, like, I am super blessed to have what I have and be in the position that I'm in to say that everything that I have my name on is legit.
Certified.
You know what I mean? Because, there's some stuff out there. It is what it is, right? But I'm blessed to be able to say that, right? And with all those moving parts, at the end of the day, it all come together, though.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. One feeds the next. You know what I mean? So, man, I'm super blessed, you know what I mean, to be able to coach at IMG.
Right.
Being able to work with Under Armour and, 3-Step and UC Report and FBU. I'm blessed.
Everywhere with it.
Everywhere. Battle 7-on-7, YNC, all of that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it is a football man's life. I got it.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
That's literally, bro. It's so crazy how even when I met you, I met this man at Battle.
Yeah.
Literally met him dealing with Battle. So to see you come all the way and do all this stuff, now I'm proud of you, bro.
I appreciate it, bro.
fuck with that. I'm really proud of you, for real.
I appreciate it,
That's
bro.
really a blessing, man, just to keep going. And now you and everybody do.
Yeah,
everything.
100%.
Like, tell me something you had to overcome in the midst of this beautiful journey you got going on. What's something you had to overcome? I know you had to. First of all, you in every door.
Yeah, I know.
Before you get to every door, it's always a hurdle.
Correct.
Every time.
So one thing I did, I'll say I had to overcome was continue to have thick skin, right? Because everybody's not going to agree with, what you do or, the selections and anything else, right? Because everybody got their own opinions, which is cool, right? But one thing I know I had to overcome was like we tell the athletes, drown out the noise.
Got to.
And
we got to do it too.
Definitely. I got to do it times 10 though.
No doubt.
Because it's so many different avenues where it comes from, right? Where, everybody don't agree with the decision that's being made or the camps that guys get MVPs and this, that, and the third. But then you got some parents that understand and see it. And then, you got the ones that go to the blue app and be like, oh, well, they didn't select such and such, and he was the best there. Well, technically, he wasn't the best. He was the best to you because you support him. You got to look at, the whole grand scheme of it. Like
it's just a biased opinion.
Yeah, 100%. So, and being in this situation, in this seat, you can't be biased.
At all.
It's some things that happen that's out of my control.
Right.
But overall, you can't be biased. You really have to look at the whole scope. And can't just jump like, oh, just because I know this kid. It's kids that I know and have trained or trained their brothers that I didn't even select. It's just what it is.
Got to.
You know what I mean?
Got to keep it real.
Yeah, got to keep it real.
Got to keep it real. No, if nobody else doing it, you got to do it. That'd be the worst part. I think the worst part about being a parent or a coach is that sometimes a lot of the parents don't keep it real first. So now the coach got to do it, and now you the bad guy.
Yep. You the bad guy.
You the bad guy.
Yeah. Hey man, it's tough situations.
No, it's the bad guy.
Yeah, it's some tough conversation that got to be had. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. And then you got the ones that's like, oh, well, I feel like my son should have made it. Well, why didn't he make it? And then you break down why he didn't make it. And they're like, oh, I respect that.
Yeah.
I see now, right? Because they're so tunnel vision because it's little Johnny. That's their baby, which I respect. And I tell them,
spend that money coming here and all this shit. Yeah.
And I get it. Right. I get it. But if we can select everybody, we would.
All right. Yeah, but the game ain't built like that.
It's not built like that. Life ain't built like that.
Not a participation game. Yeah, you gotta do you.
Yeah, life isn't a participation game because most of the ones that participate, they end up losing.
Yep. Or getting in a rat race.
Yeah, 100%. Getting stuck.
So give me what's the message you can give to a kid that feels overlooked? Like, what's the message you can give to them? Because there's a lot of kids feel like, they don't know me.
Yeah.
You only because you popular. Like, and some kids just always feel overlooked.
Keep grinding. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, don't just know it's light at the end of the tunnel. Everybody's story isn't written the same. Because if it was, we'll all be writers.
Right, for sure.
Right? So my biggest thing is your journey is your journey. So you feel overlooked, well, grind harder. Right? Find ways to get looked at, to get noticed, right? Don't just sit back because see, some of these people think, oh, well, I ain't going to this camp, but I'm going to go to this camp because such and such said I'm a 6-star.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that camp ain't going to help you get to where you're trying to go, to be honest, right? So
it's already favored. Yeah.
It's already favored. Oh. So it's like, yo, you know what I mean? Keep grinding. Social media is a big thing, so keep posting. You know what I mean? And every kid don't get the same opportunities, but when you get your opportunity, make sure you make the most of it.
Make the fucking most of it.
Make the most of it. Show why you should have been there. And then now we can start talking about it.
They shy away from that, though.
They do. Because they want it now. Instant gratification.
Yeah.
They want it right now, and it doesn't happen that way.
Damn. I see that all the time, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I see so many kids who say they this and that, but when they get around the guys, the body language just shut down. Everything shuts down.
I see it all the time. I've seen a lot of guys.
You skipping revs.
I done seen it on every level.
Yeah.
Youth, middle school, high school. Like, bro, I done seen elite guys that we had in the ESPN 300 take steps back and not compete. Bro, listen, I done seen it. So it happens at every level. So I know it's people that's like, oh, well, this guy's elite. Well, why did he drop in the rankings?
We see what you don't see.
Correct.
Right.
So it's a lot of things. I done seen that, bro. I done seen guys that were supposed to be dudes tuck their tail and take a seat back.
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
That go back to the same situation.
Go back to the same situation. Don't want to compete. That's another thing. And
trying to hold a spot, too. A lot of kids like, if I do this and look bad, I'm going to go down. No, they trying to hold a spot. Then you lose your spot trying to hold a spot.
And that's the other thing. But that goes back to whoever they communicating with, telling them not to do something.
Got you.
You're only hurting yourself.
Could they know one thing about it? If I ever tell my son to don't do something, it's because I don't trust him in that position.
Correct.
So that let you know you got a little tail tuck on the low.
Correct.
And you trying to hide it.
And you trying to hide it. And I'm glad. So, and that goes back to the camps, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, it'd be so many guys that's like, oh man, I'm fast. Everybody 4'3".
Everybody in the world say they 4'3" now.
Everybody by you say they 4'3", 4'2", 4'4", whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Then you come to these camps and you're not running. Oh, my coach told me not to run. Or my trainer told me not to run. So you paying a trainer to get you faster, but he told you not to run.
He just taking some money. He just getting the cheese.
Getting the cheese. And on top of
cheese.
that, listen, and then here's the thing, and I'm telling so the world will know this, right? At the end of the day, when you go to these camps, you are there to compete from the time you step on check-in to the end. So whatever it is that they ask you to do or that's part of the camp, you should do it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Unless you just can't.
Injury,
Injury, right? Don't shy away because we look at it, it's competition. College coaches look at it. We video our camps. And they're like, oh, well, why didn't James run the 40? He say he run a 4.4, but damn, like, why? What
it's okay. It's a mentality, too, if you ask me.
Correct.
When you go to bucking a competition or bucking small stuff like that, I go to question your whole character.
And that's how it goes, though. Yeah. And that's what we try to tell these young kids now. Like, yo, just come compete. Nobody's here to hurt you.
Right.
It's not one kid that we hurt.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we help elevate a lot of kids because it's kids. I remember the kid Tay Harris. He's at Georgia Tech right now. I'm gonna speak on him. Kid was like a 10-6, 10-500. Okay. He came to the Miami camp 2 years ago. He wasn't gonna run.
No.
So I go talk to him. I say, yo, at the end of the day, man, listen, how about you run for me? I'll let you see the time. If you don't like it, I'll scratch it. You can run again, whatever you want to do. Bro, kid ran a 4.4.
No. Okay.
First one, ran a 4.4. I showed it to him. You know what he said? Coach, I'm about to run a 4.3. I was just warming up.
Okay, then.
Ran a 4.3.
Oh.
Then he ran 4.38. Another kid, Justin Williams, out of Texas. He's at University of Georgia, linebacker, starting right now. Same kid, same thing. I was talking to him. Like, man, just run for me. 4.4.
Why they scared of that 40?
Because of what they're taught. The perception.
It's when that speed part, if you ain't got it, it makes you just
it's the perception. Yeah. Like, and I'm like, yo, and these kids are running these times, like legitimate. And it's been filmed, and college coaches at the time, like, damn, why you think he at Georgia?
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, because Tate was going to Clemson at the time. He was committed to Clemson.
Right.
And it's like, these kids are being told one thing, but then when they believe in themselves, goes back to what you said, right? When they believe in themselves and they betting on them, great things happen. And that's what they did.
They don't understand the mind, though. You got to understand, if you know life, the subconscious is your reality.
Correct.
So if somebody telling you don't do something, you do it to question your own self, like, maybe I ain't.
Maybe I ain't.
And then you can really become that. So you really got to believe in yourself. Right?
You really got to believe in yourself.
You really got to believe in yourself.
100%.
Yeah, that's bad, bro.
Yeah. And those are two kids that actually did it. That wasn't.
Now they got that bag.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, they getting their bag. You know what I mean?
Now they getting their bag.
They getting their bag. Tay may be a freshman All-American this year. He's actually playing at Georgia Tech as a freshman, true freshman. I just talked to him.
They smooth right now. They lost one game. They lost one game, I think, this year.
Yeah. They're in the top. They're in the top 10, I want to say.
They're on the road right now.
Yeah.
You know, I love they running back and they quarterback, so they're on the road right now.
Yeah, they on the road, man.
They're on the road. So I had a question. If you had to tell your 15-year-old self something right now, what would it be? If you go back in time, you see your little 15-year-old self right now, what you'll tell them?
Stay focused and grind harder. Because I didn't know doing the extra stuff would make me great. I didn't learn that until I got to college.
I lie. Some people don't know that. People don't know that.
Yeah. And so I was behind. I didn't know I was behind until I got to college. However,
and against mediocre niggas probably.
Yeah. Well, no, I play against some talented guys, but I was talented enough to get away with a lot of things.
Bullshit, right.
Yeah, right. But then when I got to college, it kind of caught up to me. So when I got to college, I understood, coverages. Yeah, you take cover 3, you got a third, you just covering the third, but you got to know, process elimination in that third.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I didn't learn that to college. And because I was athletically gifted, it kind of helped me, you know what I mean, to get over the hump and, get through all the other bullshit that most kids couldn't do.
Right.
And then I would tell myself, stick to the grind, learn your position. I was just gifted, bro.
Just
I was just going.
just
I was one of them kids that had it, but didn't understand it.
Mhm.
I was just doing it because I was gifted. I was fascinated.
You know how that shit go, man. You got come with a single mom.
Yeah.
She doing most she can.
She doing as much as she can.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I mean, but back then we playing throw them up, bust them up.
That was our practice.
Yeah, hot ball. That was our practice.
That was our practice.
That was it.
It was so crazy about even when it comes to just like how you just talk about your 15-year-old self. I recently learned this that they say God won't tell you how to get there because He don't want to let you know what you're gonna go through to get to that bitch.
That's
Like
real.
a lot of niggas see like me in my situation. If they would have told me I had to go to prison, I had to go through this, I had to lose this. Daddy probably ain't gonna be there. You're gonna be on your own for like a lot of time. You might have to go. Like if I knew all that, I probably wouldn't even took this route.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like I'm just gonna keep showing you a little bit of light, but I'm not gonna show you the whole way.
I'm not gonna show you the whole way.
You just gotta keep going. That's
gotta
what
keep
it is.
going.
That's what
where you at now.
kicking it. I'm trying to tell you.
You know what I mean? I'm up here with you. You feel what I'm saying? I'm up here vibing with you. You feel me?
Nah, we up here with it, but I ain't gonna lie, dog. Like I said, I'm real proud of you, man. And I know my boy came here last minute, man. Got a meeting coming up right now, so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you go ahead and get up out of here, man. But I'm definitely overly proud of you, dog. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't let nothing stop your shine, man. You really that.
100%, man. I appreciate it, bro.
Love it,
Same to
nigga.
you, bro.
Always.
Love, Brody.
Love it. And we got, man, another episode down. We appreciate y'all for tuning in, and we'll keep it going.
100%.
Yes,
Thank you,
sir,
guys.
Ski. Boom.